By now, guys, I'm pretty sure you heard of the 49 Afrikaners who was brought to the state under the disguise of a refugee status because of their fear of their life because they're being analyzed by black South Africans, which is false. We all know this is false. I don't know say why this story is making such a big deal, but I know why because Elon Musk is the one who's perpetrating this lie to Donald Trump, and then this is why this is happening. Anyway, he's a billionaire and he's under Trump's thumb. So anyway, so is this true? Are these actually 49 farmers who left South Africa to go to the States to be refugee? This is unbelievable because a farm in South Africa owned by these Afrikaners worth millions of dollars. They're gonna abandon their farm without getting any compensation for it and just leave it and go to the state and live their mansions and all that. So anyway, take a listen to what Julius Malema said about this first, and then I'm going to elaborate. Take a listen. Boom.
We know that the Parliament will be tabling a budget speech very soon. What is your view on that, and also the issue, the visit of the president to United States of America? If you can just maybe put your view on those.
It was badly timed because budget is coming to Parliament for the third time, and the president is not there. Once budget comes for the third time, it means it's a crisis. You cannot leave your country in a crisis and go to America where you're going to be ill-treated. He's going to be ill-treated. He will not be given the necessary respect. And that's what Americans do. Madiba tried to convince them that there were no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. And then the President Mbeki did the same, tried to convince them that there are no weapons of mass destruction. They still went on to destroy Iraq, even when there was no evidence. Till to date, they've not produced a single evidence that there was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. So it's a waste of time. He's going to, if he wants them to start treating him differently, and he's going to beg them to attend the G20, he's going to have to compromise some of the fundamental policies of this country, which were not prepared. If he does that, he must not come back. He must stay there with those 49 Afrikaners already. He must also stay there because he can't compromise our sovereignty for political expediency. We've got positions on Palestine. We've got position on the embassy of Israel. We have a resolution of Parliament that said that embassy must leave South Africa. Its majority in Parliament took that decision. So you cannot go alone as an executive, overrule the position of Parliament. If he does that, it will be illegal and we're going to fight it. There are no Afrikaners who have been killed here in South Africa. It's not true. And there are no 49 Afrikaners who left South Africa. You all know that. It's a fiction. It's drama. You know, America with drama is number one. That thing is Movango. I don't know what is Movango in Africa. It's just a drama. I believe they landed and then they waited for cameras, took them pictures. The next flight back to South Africa. If those people are farmers, it means there are 49 farms available. Why are we not expropriating them? Because they've abandoned them. But why is the media not telling us? Because they say these are farmers. Why is the media, through its own investigation, say to us, this picture you see is a farmer at this. They are not farmers. There is no one who left farming here in South Africa. I suspect that those whites were these ones who were looking after cars at the parking lot. They were attending to cars and they went to fetch them there. They can't live. They will never live the kind of life they live here in South Africa anywhere else. Even if you live here as a millionaire and you go to USA, your money gets reduced to nothing. So no American or Afrikaner will leave South Africa for America. It's not true. Our country, there's no killing of white people. We're not killing white people. We're demanding our land. We're saying, let's share this land. Let's all work the land. And if that is a crime, it's a crime we're prepared to commit. Because we can't, when we're asking for food, and say, no, you're committing crime by asking. We're having a robust debate on land in South Africa. And that must never be used to silence us by America.
So there's Julius Malema's take on it. So let me give you my take on it now. I will elaborate on it a little bit. South Africans, Afrikaners have some of the best farmland in South Africa. They have the monopoly when it comes down to fertile land, and they have 50 acres, 100 acres, which worth millions of dollars. And they have it's actually they have farms. They are producing produce for the country annually, and they have mansions, and they are living the dream. They're living their best life. So do you think someone who own this kind of property going to abandon their properties without any compensation and then run to the states to go what? To go live and what? And to hand and mouth. So they're gonna give up a rich lifestyle to go to a poor lifestyle. They live like kings in South Africa. White Afrikaners specifically, these Dutch heritage national people. Because they are Dutch by national. That's what hence the reason that they call them Afrikaners. And they speak Dutch. They don't even speak the local language. Some of them don't even speak English. Some of them do. So you're telling me they gave up 49 farms and the farmer what? Gonna sit there, the government did not go and take the land, if that's the case, if they abandoned it, or what? Are they gonna sell it and then use the money to do what? Anyway, the money and the lifestyle they live in South Africa, they will never ever live this life in the States. So these 49 family, they are not farmers, number one, because there's report coming out now that Trump just realized that they are not actual farmers. So which is true. We know this they're not farmers, they're just 49 random white people they take from South Africa, bring them to the States to make a big spectacle to make it seem as if this genocide is actually happening because the farmers themselves rejected the offer to go to the States. Why? Because they're living like kings. They have they have wealth, they have land. Why would they leave and go do all that? Where is this thing coming from, boy? So anyway, this shows you the limit the Western propaganda machine will go to. This is being perpetrated by the Western media about this nonsensical movement of this white genocide, which is being debunked many times over, even by the American government. Now themselves debunk that this is known white genocide and this. They don't even want them there because they're telling them they should go back to where they come from. They actually think they're gonna um enter the American these whichever state they send them to and they're gonna integrate. No. So not because they're white, but they're still considered Afrikaners, and people don't like that. People are already saying that they don't want to learn Dutch, and then it's a whole mix up going on. But the fact that President Ramaphosa is actually going to the States for this shows you the puppet level he's on. Why are you going to meet Donald Trump and these 49 South Afrikaners, when your country is in turmoil? They can't even pass a budget. Are you going to leave that to go to talk to Donald Trump about what? These 49 refugees, so-called refugees, for what? If they go, fine, you cannot come back. It's that simple. You're gonna stay where you are. There's no coming back. Why are you going to the state to talk about? That makes no sense to me for 49 people when they have millions of people to worry about, to pass a budget, to make sure the country is running on a level where it should create jobs for South Africans. Why not, if there's so-called farmers, why not take the land and then distribute it to other families so they can manage the property and become um, financially stable? But no, you want to travel today. That shows the level of why Ramaphosa is not a good president for the country, because he also went and meet with the white farmers, and in that meeting they actually stated that there's no genocide. So why are you meeting with them and why are you meeting with Trump? It's unnecessary. You're just grandstanding to gain political points. And this is why I love Julius Malema. He does not grandstand to make any political points on issue. He stated the facts. He said what it is, and then he keep pushing. But no, the ANC party have run South Africa, its economy into the ground for black people, while white South Africans benefit greatly because they have amassed so much wealth since the ANC took power in South Africa to this day. They have garnered more property, more wealth, and the black South Africans is the opposite. They are lost more land, become even more um, economically economical and safe since the past 30 years they've been gaining power. That's why I said one of the biggest not the biggest, but one of the greatest disappointment was when um Nelson Mandela became president of South Africa. He did not did anything to improve black lives in South Africa. So this idea that he's a hero, mm, that's not so because did not did anything to benefit black South Africans. White South Africans prosper under Nelson Mandela reign. Why is that so? And why is he so loved by every single Western country? That should tell us something. So anyway, I don't want to jump too deep into that. I want to talk about this so-called genocide, white South Africans that they are accepting in the states, while they're turning back to actual people who actually are refugees, like what happening in the Congo, in Sierra Leone, not Sierra Leone, I forget the country name. Was at war, a civil war going on. Why is it slipping my mind? And I was talking about it a couple of days ago. Ah, anyway, you come back to me. I'll leave you guys know about it. Anyway, so let me know what you think about this in the comment section. As always, I don't know. Tell a friend, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Boom.